was going to talk about how influencers are kind of done, but instead we're going to talk about the fact that ICE has captured a 2-month-old and is keeping this 2-month-old in one of the detention centers. It is hard to comprehend the idea of the government or a corporation of the government actually detaining a 2-month-old, thinking that this 2-month-old is somehow illegal in some way. By the way, humans are never illegal. I just want to put that out there. Ever. If you are a human being on this planet, you are not illegal. End point. Okay? There is so much. It's hard for me to articulate how fucking evil you have to be to take a 2-month-old baby and put them into a detention center. And this is completely separate from the hordes of disgusting evil demons that are raping children across the nation, okay? That the Epstein Files has basically said, this is the list. These are the people, including the current president of the United States, okay? So here's the thing. How do people go on with their regular lives when this shit is right outside their door, right? How do you function knowing these things? I mean, let's be honest. Since humans were enslaved, that demonic, disgusting shit has been happening, okay? I think part of this is it's so organized. It was almost normalized and organized in a way that, well, slavery was too. I mean, they literally had laws and stuff. It never ended. It just switched gears. And you can wrap it up in whatever ritual, whatever kind of utopia that these people want. You can wrap it up in anything that you want. It's still the same. We're not here to talk about this. There are plenty of places to talk about this. What we need to talk about is how we go on with our daily lives knowing all of this. How do we reset our nervous systems in a way that makes it feasible to go throughout our day knowing these things? It's one thing to know history, and it's another to see it in your face. And I know the Black and brown community is like, yeah, literally, we've been saying this since the beginning of time, but okay. And you know what? You're right. You are right. Until it was happening to white people, the white community was like, I would say not all of the white community, but the majority. We're just going to say it like it is on this podcast, okay? We are hitchhikers on this planet. And I observed that white people really didn't care until it happened to white people. Okay? So here's the thing. Now that it's all out in the open, the world, the global, disgusting, Illuminati-filled, whatever the hell, eyes wide shut situation that we have gotten ourselves as a society, as humanity is in, where do we go from here? There was a time when I would tell you to like raise your frequency and blah, blah, blah. And those times are done. It's not that I don't believe in raising frequencies. It's not that I don't believe that energy is everything, because it is. It's that you've heard that a million times and you're like, how the fuck do I do that? And fair question. How do you do it? Here's the thing. It's not about raising your frequency. It's about matching it to what you want. And oh no, she sounds like a manifester coach. Watch out. Ah! Don't worry. I'm not going to teach you manifesting. There's plenty of coaches out there for that. But I will say that your vibration and frequency, that is your way to, I wouldn't say pure bliss, because as long as we're living in this hellscape, it's not going to be pure bliss. Let's just Anyone who says like, I'm at peace all the time because they're full of shit. No one can be at peace during this time. It wasn't built that way. The revolution wasn't built that way. Neptune and Saturn are conjunct in Aries, okay? That says, astrologically, shit ain't gonna fly. Neptune's gonna say, woo, the delusion is gone, right? And then Saturn's gonna come in and Daddy Saturn is gonna be like, did you learn anything from there? Did you learn? Did you apply the things that you know? Depending on which house it falls in. Yours truly, it's in the 12th house, so it's real fun for me. Astrologists will get that joke. My cat's about to eat the plant. Hey. No. So what do? How do you regulate your nervous system? One thing I would say is protect your energy. And I've talked about that before, but literally protect your energy. Your body listens to you. Your body listens to what you tell it. So if you say, hey, whatever's not mine, get the hell out of my space, it's going to listen. But I will say this again. What was I going to say again? Damn it. I will say, man, ADHD is a motherfucker. Okay. Nervous system. It's the intention that matters, not the words. Do you know why it's intention? Because your body reads energy, not words. So the words are for you. The words are for you to put out there. And the universe is listening for sure. But the universe is listening to the energy that's underneath the words, just like your body. So you can say, energy be gone. And your body will be like, oh, that intention is for this to be gone. Now, I'm not saying don't be specific in your energy work if you're going to try this, because it does matter. But again, it's the intention, not the words. So anybody trying to sell you some type of chant or whatever, no, just no. It's the intention of it. Now, this is not to say that witches with their brews and their spells and their things like that, totally valid. I would never want to piss off a witch or anybody in the hoodoo community or anything like that. That's you. And I respect you and love you and I thank you. Okay. I'm only talking about energy the way that I understand it. Okay. For the regular person who is not really for the regular person who's not into magic or whatever, that's like my base here. Like we tap into magic, but we're not, everyone is magical. This is all over the place. Like, how did I get up here? And was like, I'm just going to go and I'm going to talk about this 2-month-old who is in the detention center. And then all of a sudden I get into witches and magic and stuff. Anyways. I'm just tired of the same old schlock that has been. When I see an influencer like shelling some shit or an astrologist who's like, Aries are going to have the best year, just shut the fuck up. No, that's not how astrology works. You have different, it's not how it works. Your sun sign isn't even like the sign that you should be reading for your horoscope. In my opinion, it should be your rising sign, which is why a lot of the legit astrologers say if you're a, Taurus rising, like me, if you're Taurus rising, this is your outlook, because your rising sign determines your houses, and your houses tells you how it's going to affect your life. And again, this is themes for things, but damn if they're not spot on. Like if I were going to put my money on something, astrology would be it. It really would. The energy, the way that the themes work and the way the energy works is really kind of amazing, because astrologists have been saying this is going to be a really tough time for the world, and the United States is going to go through some shit because we just had our Pluto return. Was our Pluto return, sun return? I don't know. We're Cancer. USA is a Cancer rising and a Cancer sun, I think. I don't know. I'd have to check again, but there's a lot of Cancer. And anytime any of these bigger planets that take forever to like go come and conjunct, or they hit places like not hit places, come conjunct, then the world knows. When Pluto went into Aquarius, it was we the people were going to stand up. As soon as that happened, you could tell there was a switch in the energy of the collective, especially in the United States. It was like the veil dropped. Things were getting ready to pop off, and they did. And some of us, Pluto is in certain houses for us. And Pluto is the slowest planet. It is so slow. It takes forever. In fact, there are people who are alive now who would never have Pluto on a significant aspect in their chart, right? Or you could be lucky like me and have Pluto directly on your MC, which is your career line. It's been wreaking havoc for a few years. And if you can't tell, if you've known me a while, I really think that's the theme of this part of my life, is what the hell I'm going to do for the rest of my life. What am I going to do when I grow up? Is it going to be this? Am I just going to podcast for it doesn't pay any money. How do you do that? You know, I don't know. I feel like Neptune and Saturn and Aries is just making me more fiery and passionate about what I believe in. And maybe it's doing that for you too. We will get through this. We will. There is historic proof that we will endure as a species, as humanity, as people. And the ones that aren't doing the right thing, they are completely outnumbered by the world. Completely. This is their swan song. They are done. They're done. Fake is done. Hiding secretive demonic crap is done. It is fucking done. And when it is done, you'll find a lot of spiritual people that are going to be like, yay, 5D is here. Like, what the hell is 5D? Well, it's a new frequency for the planet. I don't call it 5D. It's not that I have anything against anybody who does that. We are in 3D. I acknowledge that. What I acknowledge is the fact that our frequency is raising at the same time, and it allows us to go through these transitions. That's it. I'm not calling it anything because it hasn't been created yet. So the life after this particular juncture of humanity is going to be interesting. And I've said this before, we're the transition team. We're here because we can endure hard shit, and because we're idea makers, we're magic. Some of us are angels, some of us are aliens, some of us are deities, goddesses, gods, whatever you want to call. There are a lot of those souls that are on Earth right now. And the reason they're here is because of this moment in time. This is a turning point for the entire globe. This is the moment where everything changes. You're tired of working 9 to 5, working on the grind, working 5 days a week. It's going to end. Things that you have absolutely normalized, we have absolutely normalized, things that we've just accepted are going to end. Credit scores, my God, how fucking barbaric are those things? You pay something off, your credit score goes down. What the hell is that thing? It's made to keep people like broke, using credit cards, getting their debt, right? We could just be on this earth having a good time, just having fun. Everybody equally has enough stuff to keep them happy. But no, we had to have greedy motherfuckers come and take things that aren't theirs. And then not only that, oppress everyone else. This cabal of people, I will say cabal, I've heard it. I think it's a good, term. They want us to die. They want us dead. If you're not them, they don't want you here. And if you're poor, they really don't want you here. And they're going to do everything they can. They see us as objects. We are objects to them. We are not humans. That's why it's so easy for them to justify putting a 2-month-old into a detention camp, because to them, that 2-month-old is an object and not a human. Fuck that. Fuck ICE. Fuck Trump. We are not going to lay down and let this happen.